Bull market is intact for stocks, and high-yield bonds have confirmed this bullish posture. I think the interest rates will likely drop further. We will look at the specific levels of the interest rates for the 10-year Treasury yield. The weak dollar is helping gold miners hit an all-time high. Gold is also at all-time highs. It just closed an all-time high. And we will give 4 examples of recent trades. Some of them are spectacular gains, like Barrick, Gold, and Wayfair. Archer Daniels Midland is pretty good as well, at around 30%, 20-some percent, and Unity Software around 60% gains. So stay tuned until the very end, and I will show what sort of trades we are doing at Master Charts Trading. Please remember to hit the like button, share this video, and make a comment. Even a small one, like a thumbs up, a comment, makes a huge difference in the algorithm, so please do so in the comments section. If you're a subscriber, stay tuned. We'll be covering a significant amount of stocks this month, this week again. Various ETFs, as well as some of the speculative securities, such as Herbalife, Hormel, didn't really work out, that one. Peloton is looking good. Several of the cannabis related, like Aurora Cannabis, GrowGeneration, as well as many of the gold related ones, they look really good. So stay tuned until the end. As always, we'll be using my proprietary mastercharttrading.com price action indicators, for which you can sign up on my site, and there is a link in the description. We are looking at S&P 500. Again, we just hit a record yesterday on the 28th of August 2025 this year. We continue to make new records and squeeze out short sellers, basically. When will this stop? We could try to estimate how high the stock market will go by looking at a little bit longer term chart. So let's do that. So we're looking at a weekly time frame. Just don't even worry about the weekly, daily, just look at this. Imagine that's a line, basically. So we're looking from previous peak on 19th of February to the bottom on the 8th of April or so, until about the next breakout, which occurred somewhere around 27th of June or so. So that is the V-shaped sort of pattern I'm referring to. Okay, and the depth of this pattern is pretty significant. It's around 26% or so, or 1,200 points, more importantly. So the depth of this pattern, once the breakout has occurred, and it did indeed occur in June of this year, we can see that we have appreciation of the price higher. So question is, will this be duplicated on the upside like that? So once the breakout has occurred, can this V-shaped pattern be duplicated on the upside? So another 1,200 points or so towards around 7,500. Can this happen immediately? Sure. I mean, we're already about about 300 points going there. So we already have moved about 300 points from the breakout. So will it happen immediately? Like, will we have, basically something like that, and we will hit new records before the end of the year of 2025? It's possible. I mean, we've been on this tear pretty much, and it's possible that it's going to continue into November, just non-stop. Why that is happening is an entirely different story, but it seems to be happening, so we are going to continue looking to buy stocks. So all-time highs for S&P 500 does not mean that we need to take profits or close our positions. It just means that, you know, stock market is very strong. So we will keep a bullish outlook for the time being. High yield bonds also hit an all-time high. There is an all-time high where I'm hovering. We can see high yield bonds at record highs for the past few weeks. This is a very big move, gigantic truly. This move has already, okay, so this is the move I was just referring to, from the highs in March or late February until the bottom in April, until the new breakout sometime in May. So notice that this move has actually already moved significant amount. We can actually look at how much it has moved, and I believe we're approaching that level. So about 5 points or 6%. So we're probably not yet there. Yeah, we still got some ways to go for the high yield bonds to sort of complete this move that is marked by this V-shaped reversal. But for now, the reason why I'm looking at high yield bonds is because of the high degree of correlation between S&P 500 and the junk debt. Notice down below here is the correlation coefficient. It's very positive, meaning that when stocks move up, junk debt also moves up, and vice versa. When junk debt moves down, stocks also normally move down. Currently the correlation is 94%, so stocks and junk bonds are moving together in lockstep. So when high yield bonds are hitting all-time highs together with stocks, to me this means that this is stocks and this is high yield bonds. Together they mean there's a confirmation of the bullish posture, and we want to continue looking for buying opportunity, which is what we're doing. Notice we have very large amount of stocks that we look at. Some large cap stocks, a lot of small cap and speculative securities, and some of the like Cannabis, some of the more gold related, etc. So for now, again, the bull market is intact, confirmation both from S&P and junk debt, so no, I don't see a problem yet, so to speak. Slightly switching gears, we're looking at treasury note yield, so 10-year treasury note yield, ticker symbol TNX on tradingview.com. So just, it's a little bit messy chart, but notice this blue line, and it's sort of been trading around this blue line until finally there was this major breakdown on 1st of August, just a few days ago, a few weeks ago, and there was a big breakdown, and we made a new low on August 5th. Then we see a bounce, and now again we're approaching this new low. So the way this pattern is playing out, it's very likely that we will see a sort of continuation of this move. So I'm going to draw it out. So you see, kind of 1, 2, and then most likely we will plunge lower like that. So as you may have heard from the news, there is all this hoopla surrounding Federal Reserve, and President Trump really wants to have even lower interest rates. Yet Powell, Federal Reserve Chairman Powell, is resisting that, and he wants to see, his decision driven by data and not by emotions. However, the way the market has been playing this, it looks like the interest rates are indeed going to come down by themselves without like the Federal Reserve even needing to do anything. However, the way things are going with Powell, there could be movements in that in the Federal Reserve. We'll see. The way, again, the Treasury note yield is playing out, I think we will see lower interest rates in the weeks and months ahead. So we are indeed long Treasury bond funds, as in, for example, IEF, ticker symbol IEF, which is 7 to 10 year Treasury bond funds. And you can see there have been, we've been trading them basically every time there is a hit of the blue line, we buy it around there, and it's approaching, I'm not sure if this is an all-time high. No, it's not an all-time high, but it's a 52-week high, I believe. This is a high of 96.23. This is a high of 96.26. So very close to fresh, actually multi-year highs, because it would go back to 2022, the previous high that was made. So. Again, this implies that TNX or interest rates will continue lower. Bonds and Treasury note yields are moving in the opposite direction usually, so, or rather always. So we are long bonds, Treasury bonds. Not all, like for example TLT or the very long dated Treasury bonds. I don't currently have, or don't currently have as a part of the alerts, because they're sort of kind of below the red line currently, and they actually went below the yellow line. And to do a honest to goodness breakout, it needs to close above the blue line. So from today price levels, TLT needs to move about 6% higher, basically, towards the blue line. Okay, so let's move on to dollar currency index, so DXY. Dollar currency index is currently in a downtrend, with the latest alert being sent on April 2nd. Then also I wanted to kind of point out this latest action around the yellow line. So notice right there where I'm hovering on the 6th of August, there was a failure below the yellow line, and since then the price was not able to close above it. So notice that the resistance was reaffirmed at this level on 11th of August, again on the 21st of August, again on the 22nd of August, and once more on the 27th of August. And then what's significant about it, the latest pushback on the 27th of August, is that we saw 2 extra days down afterwards. So it does look quite bad for the dollar, and I think we will see new lows for the dollar. What that implies is, of course, gold, which is traded in dollars, so XAU divided by USD, XAU USD currency pair, gold on top, dollar on the bottom. Dollar is getting smaller, this currency pair is moving higher as a result. So this is a gold in Forex, so XAU divided by USD, very close to records. It's going to close at records, so currently 3449 versus gold futures currently at 3516. And gold futures actually did hit new records right there on the 8th of August, and today it closed at all-time highs. So not a new all-time high yet, but a new closing all-time high, so the end of the session kind of thing. So gold is looking good. Gold is taking advantage of the weaker dollar. We are indeed long gold and gold miners especially. I'll show a few examples, but the way gold was traded, notice again basically every time we hit the blue line, back in 23 and 24, we just went ahead and bought it there. So the latest move was just tremendous, basically. Let's look at gold miners, GDX. Same general idea. So alerts were sent out. There's one on 21st of January, another on the 4th of April, yet another on the 16th of May. New all-time highs. So if you're holding gold miners, I would continue holding. And congratulations if you still have that position open. And here are the latest trades, a few of the latest trade examples. Here's one, Archer Daniels Midland, ADM is a ticker symbol. How do we trade, and why do I even want to look at things like why Archer Daniels Midland? Okay, so in the pattern that I was looking for is the following. So I like to look for opportunities that are just coming up, so to speak. So this stock has been nobody really cared about it, and notice this is a multi-year low here. I believe this is a multi-year low. Yeah, it's a multi-year low. Back in January of 2024, several bounces towards the red line, and then a breakout on the 9th of June of this year, 2025, above the red line right there. So that would be like, for me, a get ready kind of thing. I'm interested. And then the actual breakout occurred. I'm going to go to the daily charts now, just because it looks better. And so the actual daily charts show the breakout right there on the 2nd of July of this year. And then another move towards the target. So once the green line, around where the green line is hit, that means that we need to move our stop to entry. That means it's a no-loss trade. And then notice that the stock continued higher. So actually from the opening on the 22nd of July till about recent highs, it was an 18% move. So pretty nice move for Archer Daniels Midland. Another pretty nice move, I just want to highlight a few, is Unity Software, ticker symbol U. Alert indeed was sent on the 10th of June, and we sat in the position for a little while until target was hit on the 7th of July, right there. And then notice it just continued higher, and we never hit the blue line. We came very close, but if we hit the blue line, then we need to exit and re-enter again, technically speaking. But we actually never hit the blue line, so you could have been just sitting in the position. And up till recent highs, it's a 63% move from $24 to about $40. So very nice move. Congratulations if you're still holding Unity Software. Another recent example, very nice move, very just straight up, straightforward. Wayfair, so exactly the same principle applies. I look for stocks that are downtrodden, beaten down, multi-year lows, hopefully, and then something happens. We don't really know what it is, because we cannot know what's going on with the management, etc. We see a stock moving higher, and then a breakout above the blue line. So actually, that's all I needed to know. This day right there, on the 9th of June, close above the blue line. My indicators are available. Close above the blue line and a move higher non-stop, up to 75% at the recent highs for Wayfair. Congratulations. Finally, I saved the best for last, I think, although the move was not as impressive, but still, nevertheless, it's a very nice straight up move as well. This one's slightly different because it was not a new breakout, so to speak. So this is Barrick Gold, used to be Barrick Gold, now it's called Barrick Mining. And whenever the stock closes below the yellow line, as right there on February of 2024, that would imply a new bear market. But here you can see there was several breakouts above the blue line, and finally here where I'm hovering in March of this year, in April, in May, and yet again in late May, those are 4 alerts that were sent. I will be buying at that point, and look at this move. It just took off recently, so that's 41% move. Again, congratulations. And that's it for this week's recap. If you are ready to sign up, head over to masterchartstrading.com, click on sign up for one of the products. So again, I have 2 products and one combination. One is trading indicators. So trading indicators are these lines in the chart, these green, blue, red, and yellow lines. They are available for this interface, tradingview.com. Once you sign up for a free tradingview.com interface, simply send me your user ID on tradingview.com. Sign up for my indicators on my site at masterchartstrading.com, and I will open the door for you on TradingView. Did that sound complicated? Yes, but it's actually very easy. And I can walk through this by email, or I can actually set up a phone call or a Zoom screen sharing, but that one has a little bit of a charge. But we can talk. You send me a message, contact me, send me a message, and I will respond. Newsletters, so I send out daily alerts and members only videos at the end of the week on Fridays to go over any of the stocks that we've been trading this week. So for example, this week I will go over several commodities like crude oil, natural gas, large cap ETFs, some of the large cap stocks, and a whole boatload of various speculative securities like Topgolf, Callaway, Peloton, as well as some of the cannabis related, for example, Aurora Cannabis, Tilray, and GrowGeneration, as well as some of the other ones, such as gold-related stocks, as for example Cybane, Stillwater, and Silvercorp Minerals. So stay tuned for that if you're a subscriber, and I think the best deal is to get both trading indicators and newsletters, signing up for a year, but you can sign up for monthly as well. Both the yearly and the monthly subscriptions have free 7-day trial, so you can always change your mind and cancel. That's it for this week's recap. Please again don't forget to hit the like button, share this video, make a comment, even if it's just a thumbs up or thank you kind of comment. It really makes a huge difference in the algorithm, and of course share this video with others who might benefit. That's it for this week's recap. Thank you for watching. Have another great trading week. Bye bye.